Over the last 22 years, Robert and I have taken our story and Rogan Josh's Cup to many, many, many destinations. The Victoria Racing Club began the Melbourne Cup Tour, where every year they take the cup yet to be won on a tour around Australia and to overseas destinations. They do accredit our journey back through the centre of Australia, back to Darwin, as the impetus behind that event. But I can tell you that the Melbourne Cup, and I've been on lots of those modern events, was nothing like our trip home that year. Bart says, this bloody Melbourne Cup's the cup that keeps on giving. And I said, it sure is, Bart. We travelled to 14 different countries overseas. I got to meet Dermot Weld, I got to meet the Sheikh from Dubai, I got to meet Princess Anne's daughter, I got to meet Sam Lord Vestey, whose grandfather had owned the station at Wave Hill, where the Indigenous people walked off the land in protest for bigger wages, and he was Dame Nellie Melba's granddaughter. Sam, the one we met in London. Wherever we went on those overseas tours, particularly in those early days, largely attended by expats, we always got a standing ovation. We always got their stories about the Melbourne Cup. And I mean, these were famous people and barons of industry and people who, you know, had been the great achievers and were well-known Australians. But every time, everywhere, someone wanted to tell their Melbourne Cup story and where they were on that day and what an amazing horse Rogan Josh turned out to be. I can only say today, as custodian of Rogan Josh's Melbourne Cup, and as the person who was, through very unbelievable, fateful channels, got to be the person to take him to Melbourne and not to the Broome Cup. And I can only say to Rogan Josh on a day like today, a day when he will be forever remembered in the beautiful memorial garden here, along with other champions like himself of days gone by, with places for future champions. He will settle into that memorial garden as one of the true heroes of the Cup. They're all true heroes of the Cup, that's unfair of me. And embedded in him and of all those others is that wonderful, wonderful ongoing story, those threads of the rope that Lachlan Murdoch talks about. Many threads, one strong rope. Many stories, one strong identity. Embedded in that story, and me being given such a privilege, me and Robert, I'm sorry Robert, to have been given such a privilege to have travelled that road with him is the reason, I think, that I was born. So going back to Mark Twain, the day that Rogan Josh came into my care was the day that I knew what it meant to be an Australian. Thank you.